O you who are alone, do not be sad, for you are among the few who live in the blessing of tranquility, listening to the voice of your own thoughts without noise, and seeing the details of life that rush past others unnoticed. Do not grieve if your companions are few, for some solitude is not a deprivation, but a space where the soul expands, the heart clears, and the mind finds rest from the clamor of the days. Many have been denied the stillness that you possess, becoming preoccupied with an endless cacophony, while you have moments in which you can hear the whisper of the wind, see the beauty of the horizon, and befriend your thoughts at your own pace. O you who are alone, do not be sad, for not everyone who is alone is lonely, and sometimes inner peace is a far greater companion than 1,000 friends. For in silence there are things that cannot be bought, and in stillness there are doors that only open to those who patiently embrace it. One day, you will sit and look back at your life, realizing that many of your most beautiful ideas, decisions, and dreams were born in moments when you were completely alone. You will come to understand that solitude was not always an adversary. Rather, it was often a silent teacher, taking you by the hand, away from the noise, so you could know yourself better and understand what you truly want from this life. So do not be sad if some seats remain empty, or if some passers-by are late to cross your path. For not every delay is a loss, and not every void is a lack. Move through life calmly, just as the sea moves in its tides, and as ships sail toward the horizon, without yet seeing the port that awaits them. Perhaps it is your destiny to spend more time with yourself, not to remain alone, but to become stronger, more composed, and closer to understanding life than many who surrounded themselves with people, yet never truly found themselves. It is said that a young man went to an elderly wise man and asked, "Sir, tell me, why do I fear being alone? Whenever I find myself by myself, I feel that something is missing." The wise man took him to a vast orchard, where a massive tree stood all alone at the edge of the land, while all the other trees were clustered together elsewhere. He asked the young man, "Which of the two do you think is stronger?" The young man looked and said, "The massive one, of course." The wise man asked, "Why?" The young man replied, "Because its trunk is wider, its branches are more numerous, and its shade is greater." The wise man then asked, "Do you know why it grew that way?" The young man shook his head in ignorance. The wise man explained, "Because it was alone. Its roots did not have to compete with others for water, and the other trees did not block the sun from it. So its roots reached deep into the earth, and its branches soared high toward the sky." Then he walked a little further with him and said, "As for those crowded trees, they spent their lives sharing everything." The young man fell silent, lost in thought. The wise man continued, "Many people fear moments of solitude because they see them as a void, but the few see them as an opportunity to grow, just as that tree did." The young man asked, "Does this mean I should distance myself from people?" The wise man smiled and said, "No, a tree does not hate the forest, but it sometimes needs space to grow, and so does a human being." He then added, "Do not be sad if you find yourself alone at some stages of your life. Those days may be the very ones building the roots that will carry you for the rest of your days." Years passed, and the young man became a successful man whose counsel was sought in many matters. One day, he was asked about the greatest lesson he had ever learned. He replied, I learned that solitude is not always a door closed in your face. Sometimes it is a vast land where you are meant to grow. Solitude is not always a punishment as people think, for many great things begin alone. The seed is buried alone in the soil, the idea is born alone in the mind, and the star shines alone in the sky. Yet each of them has a great impact. Solitude becomes heavy when it is a void, and it becomes a blessing when it is a space for growth. For there are people who, when left alone with themselves, feel constricted, while others, when left alone with themselves, expand. The first seeks any voice to escape from himself, while the second finds in his stillness an opportunity to understand it. Therefore, the problem is not in solitude itself, but in what you do with it. For if you fill it with despair, it will burden you. But if you fill it with thought, knowledge, work, and hope, it transforms from a prison into a garden. And the solitude that people sometimes fear is the very same that granted many sages, creators, and contemplatives the time they needed to discover what others did not. So do not be sad if days pass by where companions are few, for life may have gifted you time with the most precious person you will accompany throughout your life, yourself.